In the world of parenting, there is a very common term used all the time: sleep regression. If you Google your baby's age at any point in time, it will say 4-month sleep regression, 5-month sleep regression, 6-month sleep regression, probably until they're teenagers. And the thing is sleep regressions are real, but the reason why your baby is regressing in sleep or your toddler is regressing in sleep is not actually due to a regression. Regression means they're unlearning something. So they haven't forgotten how to sleep. The reason they happen is because of developmental milestones. So learning how to roll, or learning how to sit up, or to crawl or walk or talk, or having emotional maturity, going to daycare, all of these milestones that your baby hits will have an impact on sleep. I've worked with many families who are skeptical about starting sleep training because they've talked to someone else who said that, some other sleep consultant who said that, no, your baby's going to be hitting all these regressions, so it's actually not helpful to sleep train until they're older, maybe 8 months old. And while it does kind of make sense on one hand, it also doesn't make sense on the other hand, because your baby will be hitting these milestones regardless. So we may as well teach them how to sleep. That way, once they hit the milestone, they still know how to sleep. And even if sleep is a little rough for a day or two, they will go back to knowing how to sleep. So the best thing you can do when your baby goes through these developmental milestones is to pause, let them figure themselves out in their crib, and then be consistent. So be consistent in your approach. Do your check-ins if needed. Stay with them if needed. And just be true to your sleep plan that you use to get them to sleep through the night and to take good naps. The reason why some of these developmental milestones do impact sleep is that babies need to practice a skill to a certain extent before their body actually lets them relax and fall asleep. So you'll find that when your baby starts crawling, they might actually crawl a few laps in their crib before finally settling into sleep. It'll be confusing for you because you're like, we were perfect on your awake window, you were showing your tired cues, and now that you're in your crib, you're just crawling around. What is with this? And the reason they're doing that is because of this self-mastery skill. So they have to master this skill to a certain extent before their body will let them relax. So you'll find that your toddler might be singing in their bed until they fall asleep for a long time, or you might find that your child keeps pulling themselves up in their crib. And these aren't concerning things, they are just developmental things. So sleep can take a hit, but it doesn't mean that we're going through a major regression where they're unlearning sleep. They're simply just having a hiccup in their journey of sleep, and they will go back to sleeping well as long as you are consistent and following with their routines.